And we're joined by incoming Bossier Superintendent of Schools, Scott Smith. Good morning to you, sir.
Well, good morning to you, Aaron, and the rest of your crew there. It's a very exciting time, but a humbling time also for me to be named the superintendent-elect last night. It's an arduous experience nowadays, but a rewarding one at the same time to go through.
What will be your priorities?
Well, my first priorities, because first of all, we need to understand that we already have an outstanding, a really good school system. We have the highest performance scores in all of North Louisiana. We just had an advanced ed report. Advanced ed is like the old Southern accreditation, that team that came in and completely evaluated our school system from top to bottom over several days. These were people from all over the South, basically, education leaders who evaluated our system and gave us the top score also in the state. And we also are far above the national average in our overall score that they gave to us. So we already have really good things going, but, you can always be better. And, of course, my message is a hope is a word of inspiration to everyone in our school system, all of our educational community. When I say educational community, that includes everyone, because we have even retirees and our people that never worked for the school system. They've had children who have come through our system. Everyone is affected by it, in our parish. And so, what I want to be able to do is inspire every one of our employees. And my motto is inspiration, imagination, and innovation.
You said, Scott, we can always do better. What areas would you identify for that?
Oh yes, we can always do better. And I say probably we can always do better with performance scores, even though we're very high. Right now in Bossier, if we were to compare it to a high jump event, the bar is at 7'10". Well, let's set it up to 8 foot. We're going to go a little bit higher. And we do that if curriculum-wise. First of all, we'll take whatever curriculum's thrown at us. It could be Common Core. It could be a branded part of Common Core, whatever they want to do. They're calling that the Louisiana Standards now. It's still being vetted. And
are you for Common Core?
I am anti-Common Core. I just don't believe that it's good at the especially the early developmental stages of our students. It's very difficult for them to understand those kind of concepts. And if they miss understanding those concepts at an early age, then it in my opinion, it can be counterproductive as they go through their school year. So I'm not a Common Core proponent.
Let me throw another question at you, and this may be a curve. I don't know. Are teachers paid enough?
Well, great teachers are never paid enough. That's always a struggle. Is making sure that we want to be able to give our teachers what they need to be able to survive and do well in the classroom. I've always believed that good pay is what attracts you to a job, but it's your working conditions that keep you there. We know that we have great working conditions. We always know that our pay can be better for all of our employees, not just our teachers, but our support employees and everyone who supports everything that goes on in that classroom. Now, we're dealing with a budget situation with the state, and a lot of this, that we deal with, it's reacting to what the state does. And we've had approximately $1.4 million cut from our MFP as of now.
Mm-hmm.
That can be restored in a special session. And we're going to be pushing to fully restore that minimum foundation money. So that's money we get from the state that goes straight to the classroom.
Right.
To provide our teachers and so forth for our classroom children.
Let me ask you another thing, Scott.
But I do want to say this.
Please.
I want to say this is a message of hope here. Because of our growth with our February 1st 16 count, we are going to receive more than likely over $2 million of growth money. So, and that could be even be more when we actually do our October 1st count of 2016.
You are brilliant, because that was my next question. I was going to ask you about growth. You're bursting at the seams. You can't build schools fast enough in Bossier.
Yes.
How do you address that?
Well, we look at, first of all, we have finished spending the last portions of the bond construction money from 2012. We're bursting at the seams. We're moving. The population is growing south, north, and east, I guess you could say. And anything that we build in those areas, we need to always build for future expansion. When I say future expansion, for addition of wings, addition of cafeteria space, we need to make sure that there's nothing that would obstruct, areas where you can expand for student growth. But we're going to make sure that we're going to meet our children's needs, working with our board, and also I so much appreciate the board for giving me a strong vote of confidence last night. That was very important. I believe that we're going to be able to start working together from the get-go to address all the issues that will come our way. And there are many, once again, starting with a budget, but we have a plan. We have a plan for that. And we have a plan for that so that I don't think we'll ever have to dip into any of our reserves. Reserves should be held strictly for crisis-type situations. And, we have good reserves. We should not do anything. Have to do anything that will directly impact the classroom. We're going to make sure that all of our children get everything that they need, all the resources they need to be productive in that classroom. That's the most important thing, because it's all about student learning, and we need to shift away from from teaching to learning.
Gotcha.
Teaching to learning.
Yeah.
If we look back, Aaron, at the old concept of teaching, we think about someone standing up in front of a classroom, lecturing, and then giving the students seat work, and then you take up the seat work and you check it and so forth. Well, that's all different now. I mean, that's a part of it. That still maybe will always be a part of it, but there are so many aspects now of learning, and we address that through something that is called professional learning communities.
We sure appreciate you, Superintendent Smith. We're running up against a hard break,
Okay.
but we sure appreciate you. Best of luck.
Scott Smith, we can't thank you enough for your time. I'm sure we'll be in touch again. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, and I really appreciate talking to y'all.
You bet. Check back with us anytime.
Thank you very much.